just got off work, heading to the gym, and I just felt like I wanted to share a little more knowledge and information on all this nutrition stuff. Surprisingly enough, I got a lot of feedback and questions on the post I did on the keto diet. On Facebook and Instagram, people were hitting me up, DMing me, asking me questions, and it was great. Just talking to that random people, and just asking questions and just sharing ideas and opinions and facts and science, of course. So, in addition to me saying something like keto is bullshit, I also said that nutrient timing is bullshit. Now, if you don't know what nutrient timing is or aren't too familiar, it's basically timing when you eat certain things, particularly your carbs and protein. Now, there's two ways of looking at it. There's the bodybuilding perspective, and there's the mass general population perspective. The general population, they look at nutrient timing just for weight loss and burning fat, and when to eat certain things to optimize fat loss, blah, 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 bullshit. And the way bodybuilders look at it is, for instance, there's the anabolic window, when you should intake protein, how soon after you work out, before, intra, during. And that's two totally separate topics almost. So for this time, I'm just going to talk about the way like most people look at it. Now, most people look at nutrient timing as wanting to go on a diet and eat certain things. Like we're going to focus on carbs, when to eat carbs and when not to eat carbs. And it's it's a myth, it's a belief that you shouldn't eat carbs late at night before you go to bed because it's going to make you gain weight, or it's going to hinder fat usage, whatever. You know what? Let's go on a road trip. We're going to go from LA to San Diego and, walk out to the garage. Out of all the cars, which car are we going to pick? I say we pick that G-Wagon, that G63. Fucking black on black. What is it, 580 horsepower, 620 torque. Fucking, we're gonna go. We're gonna cruise down the 5. Beautiful drive through Camp Pendleton. Black chops coming down. Right along the highway. It's a nice drive when there's no traffic. We're eliminating all the traffic. And you've done this drive so many times. You know what it's like. And you know that it's going to take exactly a quarter tank of gas. And that includes, all the uphills and the downhills. When you go uphill, you tend to use a little more gas. When you go downhill, you're more coasting, so you're using less gas. But either way, you know that you're going to use about a quarter tank of gas. San Diego or LA to San Diego. Now, it's do you fill up before you go? When you get there? In between? Do we make multiple stops? Or does it even matter? No, it doesn't matter. It's going to take a quarter tank of gas regardless of when you get gas. And you can take it 4 or 5 times. And some of you guys already know where I'm going at here with when you're eating 4 or 5 times, does it make any difference? No, you're going to burn a quarter tank of gas regardless of how many stops you make or when you make it. Same thing. The human body that's why we have that thing called the baseline or maintenance calories. It's what your body will do on your typical average normal day, every single day, to do its thing. And that's the amount of energy it's going to take. It doesn't matter when you eat your sandwich or your eggs and that protein shake and whatever, that brown rice and chicken. No, because at the end of the day, all it matters is, are you on your calories, maintenance calories, calorie surplus, or calorie deficit? And no one can stress this enough. It's all about the calories at the end of the day, not when you eat. Basically what you're doing when you're timing your carbs, for instance, is versus during the day and the evening, is you're just changing when your body is going to use certain fuels. And we have to get this straight. Is what is metabolism in a very broad sense? Well, metabolism is one of the aspects is keeping your blood sugar at a certain glucose or sugar level so that it can do this thing like feed the cells, energy, move, everything. Basically, so you can survive and function. Your body is constantly maintaining a certain glucose level in your blood so that everything can feed off of it. The range goes from 80 milligrams per deciliter to 130, I believe, or something. I mean, you don't care. You don't have to care about the units. Well, and then 70 and lower is where you're super low in glucose, like hypoglycemic, and anything above 130, you're way too up there. But either way, the point is your body is 24/7 trying to maintain glucose in your bloodstream, and it's going to pull it from various things, particularly, well, I can't say various, your carbs or your fats. It will always be a combination of both. When someone tells you, hey, you're going to burn carbs first before fats, they're fucking wrong, and you better get your ass out that gym, door, whatever, Instagram, instant messaging. I mean, they don't know what the fuck they're talking about. Even when we're sitting right here, I'm driving, right? It's kind of trafficy. I'm still burning both carbs and fat at the same time. Your body does this amazing balancing act. It's like an orchestra of what it does, and it does what it needs to do to survive. And of course, depending on whether you're exercising and if it's an anaerobic exercise or aerobic exercise, yeah, you know, you might burn fat a little more in percentage-wise than carbs or vice versa. But regardless, 24/7, you are burning both types of fuel. So, going back to the point about nutrient timing, so a lot of proponents, people who don't know what the fuck they're talking about, saying avoid carbs at night, ask them why. Ask them what their explanation is. And most likely they'll say, oh, so overnight you can burn your fats instead. Seriously? Seriously? All you're basically doing is moving the carbs from, let's say, nighttime to morning, and you're just basically, essentially what that's doing is moving that oxygen or the fat and carb usage percentage from later to earlier. Because let's say, and then they say, okay, during the day, and this is another argument that they make. Oh, during the day, you know, you want your carbs because that's when you're most active. You know, you want that energy. People who don't analyze and think about it and step back a minute say, well, hold up. If I'm using the most energy during the day when I'm most active and I'm trying to lose fat, wouldn't I want to burn fat during the day when I'm the most active? Why would I block that with feeding it glucose? Common sense. Come on, think about it. The arguments, one or the other, contradict each other. It's so stupid. It's like 1980s myth that they're spreading, and it just doesn't make any sense. All we need to worry about is our calorie intake. And your body, it's an amazing thing. It regulates, it does all its stuff. It'll release insulin when it has to. It'll release glucagon and send cortisol and send signals when body blood sugar gets low. Don't try to hack your body. Your brain, our brains are smarter than we are, if that makes any sense, but it's so fucking true. Don't try to hack it with all these random stupid diets. Yeah. Intermittent fasting is another topic that really goes along with this conversation that we're having right now. It's all about timing your food. It's not about timing your food. It's about counting your food and what's in it and calories. Don't fall for this fucking hoopla, gimmicky bullshit about you have to eat your carbs during the day. Or, you know what, just fast between whatever until 12 p.m. and you can only eat between 12 p.m. and 8 p.m. Seriously? If you're fucking, okay, you can fast for 23 hours straight and just, let's say you can get to eat 1 hour and you think, oh shit, that's awesome. If I'm not eating for 23 hours, I'm gonna fucking lose fat like nothing else, you know? It's gonna fucking drop like flies. Well, you know what? If your maintenance calories is 2,000, and in 1 hour, you're fucking stuffing your face with pizza, hamburgers, french fries, you know, and let's say you're taking 5,000 in that 1 hour, you're still gonna gain fat. Okay, fatty? I'm just kidding about that. You're not a fatty. But no, you just have to have common sense, people, and don't just listen to what, you know. And it sucks because some of these people, they are people that you're supposed to trust, especially if you're paying them. They have titles like CPT, BSN, MS, PhD, DR, period. And sometimes they don't even know what the fuck they're talking about. I mean, even go online, and there's so many different case studies from Harvard, MIT, and all these hoity-toity universities and research labs, but one study comes out, another study comes out to like go against it and prove it wrong. Don't try to hack it. Have a well-balanced diet. Be on a calorie deficit if you're trying to lose weight. And don't look for shortcuts. You know, it's like people ask you, hey, what's the fastest way to burn fat? There is no fastest way to burn fat. Your body's gonna burn fat when it fucking wants to. And the only thing you can do about it is make sure that you're not overfeeding yourself. And the body will adapt and it'll regulate. Fat loss is a form of adaptation, and it's you pulling energy for you to maintain and survive and fucking keep breathing, you know? Stop it. Stop with all this nonsense. Nutrient timing. Seriously? Intermittent fasting. Really? Fuck. Keto diet. Anyway, I hope that made it clear to some people. If not, again, hit me up. I'm always open for discussion. I loved how much responses I got for the keto diet post, and you know, I would love if I could at least spread more knowledge and help out and impact as many people as I can, and you know, just share and just talk. You know, this is always open for discussion. All right, guys. Well, thanks for your time. Peace.